Hey, my loves, it's me. It's been a minute, I know, but I have so many things going through my mind, so let's get to it. A lot of us out here, a lot of us thinkers, a lot of us creative types are out here and we are so discouraged right now because our ideas are not catching on. I know this is definitely the case for me a lot of times when people don't understand my vision, don't think that what I'm doing is super dope, which it always is because it's coming from me. So I'm going to say my ideas are super dope. When we just feel as though we don't have our audience or we can't find our audience, and it makes us feel as though what we are aspiring to do is not worth it. But I want to encourage you right now to be a visionary, be revolutionary, be a pioneer, be ahead of your time. Be ahead of your time. I was looking up some information and it you know I was looking up some information, and the guy who was supporting women's rights before women's rights caught on and that legislation was passed, the guy who invented the telegram, in the telegraph, the guy who um, there have been so many people who were inventing things before society was ready for them, and these things were ridiculed. You have artists, you have writers, back in the golden age and back in the dark ages where society was not, accepting their work. They couldn't get published. Their drawings and their paintings were odd to them. And, because society is a bandwagon society, they want what everybody else is doing right now, what everybody else says is a good idea. That's what they want to see. They can't capture, and they can't um see the value and the worth in something that somebody else didn't tell them was good. Society needs somebody else to say it's okay to like that, and then we're like, oh, okay, we can like that. We like that. We don't. A lot of people don't know how to think for themselves. They don't have that independent individuality. So just because other people are waiting for the next fad, the next thing, don't let that rain on your parade. Be ahead of your time. So many people who were naysayers, they're not written down in history. The naysayers aren't written down in history. The pioneers are. The revolutionaries are written down in history. And so while the majority of the people are saying no, that majority is going to be forgotten. The person who had the unique creative idea that was dope as hell in their thought process, that's the person. Even later after their death, so many people are famous after they've been dead. They never see fame while they're alive. And yeah, it's sad, but let your ideas be a seed, and plant that seed for the next generation to build upon. Leave a legacy for your children. Teach your children how to be individuals so that when you're gone, that idea is still living on through them, and at some point that fame or that wealth or that brand, whatever it is, that empire, it can live on through those generations. So I just want to encourage you right now to protect your ideas, have faith in yourself. Don't give up on these things. Now, when we go into universities, these are the schools of thoughts that we are modeling our brands after, where our classes are being taught after Shakespeare and Socrates. Socrates was put on trial, so I mean, just because everybody isn't with you doesn't mean you're doing the wrong thing. Stand apart. That's what's going to make you that's what's going to secure your spot in history, is that you stood apart, is that you had a different ideas. There's so many people out here with the same idea. We get tired of them, and yes, society is, all over. I think about that a lot when I look at TV shows. I'm like, every TV show out here has the same theme. Like, I'm so tired of the same theme. The housewives of so and so, and these bad girls, and these talent shows, and everything about drama, or these cops. I mean, everything is the same thing. Cops and drugs and, or fashion shows. I mean, everything is the same. And I'm working on some different, TV show ideas. And here's what got me, because when I was studying how to picture my TV shows, they were telling me that the networks are going to protect their image. And so they're looking for something that is like what they're already showing. If it's a sci-fi channel, is everybody into aliens right now? Is everybody into sea monsters right now? Is everybody into magic right now? And they were saying, if you're pitching an idea that the networks aren't really looking for right now because it's not in line with what they're showing right now, if you pitch it, there is a possibility they're not going to pick up your show because the public isn't looking for that. And that was a little disheartening. Not to say that I'm not going to pitch, but to say being an individual and having an idea that's out of the box is going to cause you issues because everybody's looking for something that fits a mold. Ew. I was upset with that. So hopefully, prayerfully, because I have God's favor, it's going to turn for me. My idea being so unique is going to be what people want to see because they're seeing so much of the same thing. And so I'm speaking that people are going to be drawn to my idea because it's different and people are looking for something different. You don't want to see the same thing over and over again. So anyway, my loves, be a visionary, be revolutionary, change things, don't be discouraged, be ahead of your time, and I love y'all. I hope that this encouraged somebody today. Mwah!